So did my husband.
Schneider says Anna's friend told them their daughter was in the pool and would not wake up.
I saw Anna. She was halfway in, halfway out of the pool, with her arms like up in her head. Like I could see her face. And it was horrible.
Schneider says blood droplets were found in Anna's bedroom, but her death was not originally investigated as a homicide until years later when a new Kane County coroner exhumed Anna's body.
After these blood results came back, he changed the death certificate to homicide because of the chloroform.
That was 3 years ago, and Schneider says there were no leads in the case. She says investigators told the family not to go public because it would compromise the investigation. But Schneider says they are now desperate and don't have a choice. The Schneiders are offering a $30,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Anna's killer. Her mother says she just wants justice for her musically talented, energetic daughter.
She would dance through this area. You know, come out from her bedroom and be dancing and singing.
Since the Schneider family has offered the reward, the Sleepy Hollow police chief says his department has received many leads about the case. He forwards them on to the Kane County State's Attorney's Office and the Kane County Major Crimes Task Force. In Sleepy Hollow, Sarah Schulte, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Sarah, thank you for that report. Investing in airports, how the government is planning to make travel easier for families.
Shrinking the gender pay gap. Researchers at the University of Illinois reveal how close the state is getting to pay equity.
And the nominees are, we will take a closer look at who got the most nods for the Golden Globes. Hello, Mr. Professor Bruno. We're both fighting Illini, all three of us.
Right. Can you hear us, Professor?
Can the professor hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. We hear him.
I don't know if that's, I hear
Or
muffled.
somebody. All right,
Hey,
Professor Bruno, are you there?
Oh, he's in the...
So we're gonna skip ahead and go to the government.
We still have a package here.
Oh,
Here's a new jobs scam quick tip. Whether you're still looking for a holiday job or something more permanent, the Better Business Bureau says job scams are hitting hard this holiday season. The BBB says employment scams just from May through September cost people more than $85,000 locally. Nationwide, the FTC says text message scams cost Americans over $420 million last year. The fake offers come through texts and emails, and some scammers may even hold phony video interviews. It's all to trick you into handing over your social security number, driver's license, or banking information. Be skeptical of unsolicited job offers. Never click links or reply yes to confirm your number. Bottom line, never hand over money to get a job. Jason Knowles, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
great advice, Jason. Thank you for that. The government planning to invest $1 billion in the nation's airports to create more family-friendly spaces. The money will create more play and exercise areas as well as mothers' rooms or nursing pods. The Secretary of Transportation also says they will build sensory areas for children with special needs and add healthier food options for travelers. Airports can submit proposals for funding.
Filling up your vehicle's costing less. According to Gas Buddy, prices dropped more than 13 cents per gallon over the past week in Chicago. The average is around $3.16. That's more than 12 cents lower than a year ago, 28 cents lower than last month. A new development in Netflix bid to buy Warner Brothers. Paramount has now launched a hostile takeover bid. Last week, Netflix reached a $72 billion deal with the company. However, this morning, Paramount said it is going straight to Warner Brothers shareholders with a bid worth about $74.4 billion. The Netflix Warner Brothers deal faces regulatory hurdles, and over the weekend, President Trump said the deal, quote, could be a problem.
Run, 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 reindeer. Yeah, reindeer on the run. What it took to finally find this guy after he escaped from a Christmas event.
Got to get him back. We got a lot of presents to deliver. The winter weather keeps coming. Greg Dutra tracks more changes and chances for snow this week in your AccuWeather forecast. That's all we can do. Hey, Professor, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, all right. It's
Professor
Rob and
Bruno.
Cheryl, two alums from U of I.
Yes, our floor director.
I guess that's.
ILL.
I guess that's what. I know, and I really. You hear it a lot.
All right, you sound good. We're in a break right now. We'll talk to you here soon on the air, maybe like a minute or so.
1 minute. Look forward to it. Thank you.
A new report shows Illinois is making progress shrinking the gender pay gap, but disparities in pay still persist, particularly for some minority workers.
Joining us now, Professor Robert Bruno, Director of Labor Education and the Project for Middle Class Renewal at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. Professor, it's great to have you with us tonight.
Welcome
Thanks
to our
for
show.
inviting me.
Can you tell us about the study and how it was conducted?
Sure. What folks at the Project for Middle Class Renewal, colleagues of mine, did was to go into about 3.2 million observations, data collected by the Illinois Department of Labor through a portal in which employers over 100 employees are required to submit pay data into this portal in order for the Illinois Department of Labor to assess compliance with the Equal Pay Act. And what we did was we went into that data, did a lot of statistical work with it, cleaned it up, and then released some findings, some basic findings about what we saw in terms of some disparities, and also made recommendations for how we thought the Department of Labor could improve its data collection and strengthen its ability to assess whether employers are complying.
Sounds like you got some really great information. So what were the key findings between the gender gap?
Sure. Well, we actually found that Illinois is doing a lot better than the rest of the nation in closing the pay gap between men and women, so that women now are roughly between 91 and 90 compared to men. That gap is narrower, if you will, amongst higher paying workers than lower paying, but Illinois has been closing that gap over time. The trend is positive. We found about a 6% to 8% difference between black and white workers. And again, there's some nuance when it comes to looking at different occupations and the average wage and earnings in those occupations, and that Hispanic workers were earning roughly 4 to 6% less than their white peers, again, controlling for all the sort of statistical elements looking at particular occupations. And it's really important that folks understand that we're not saying these disparities are violations of law. We can't really tell at this point with the data we're working with. What we're showing is that there is this difference, and then we're offering the state of Illinois some guidance as to how they can take the next step to determine whether there are legitimate reasons for why people doing the same work could be at different pay levels. And there are a number of very, very legitimate reasons for that.
It's promising to see that gender gap in Cook County, the biggest county in the state of Illinois, doing better than perhaps some of the other counties in the country. What are the industries, some of the industries impacted? Did you see, Professor, some more than others as you did this study that were impacted?
So, we looked at as many industries really as the data set includes, and therefore there is some degree of disparity in all of them. We found perhaps bigger red flags when you looked at lower paying positions, or positions that were around the median or below the median, where you might find greater concentrations of men, maybe greater concentrations of one race. And there, the differentials were a little bit greater. For example, in the construction occupations, you saw wider gaps. And so, that gives us some indication of where perhaps the state should look to provide some intervention.
So, Professor Bruno, you work as a project director for middle class renewal. A lot of people say the middle class has gone away, or it's almost gone away. So what do you recommend from learning about this report, how to sustain the middle class? Is the middle class still going to be there?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there is concerning evidence that the country has become less a middle-class nation. We've kind of hollowed out that middle income. There's been an increase in people earning poverty level wages, and then folks at the very top who have done incredibly well with their earnings. But we've kind of hollowed out that broad middle. But there certainly are things that we can do, and we do find, first of all, having strong laws is important to make sure that there aren't any discriminatory reasons for pay differences. Unionization is still a very, very powerful driver of middle class wages. Investing, if the state invests in its education system, the strong correlation between education and lifetime earnings remains very, very powerful. Educating workers, educating employers on best practices. I also think doing what we've done here with this study and what the Department of Labor is doing, being very transparent, making this information public, having a discussion then with the state's employers and its workers about how do they make sure that people earn what they should earn, and they can support a family and a strong, healthy community in doing so.
Professor Robert Bruno from the University of Illinois. Just a terrific study, making a difference and helping the Department of Labor. We're grateful to have you on tonight. Thank you.
Compelling information. Great. Thank you so much. Have a great week and happy holidays.
Yeah, that gender gap still has a ways to go. I mean, even in some places 10% less than their male counterparts. But to see that progress in Illinois, that's promising.
Progress is important.
Yeah, I mean, we got to keep it with studies like that. Definitely keep it going.
Keep doing it. Wow, that was really fascinating information too.
All right, time for our weather forecast. Less fascinating, I think.
I don't
know.
Oh, wow, thanks.
What Greg thinks is fascinating.
You're a weather nerd, yeah.
Is that a hockey rink? I didn't know we had one right there.
It might just be.
Or is it ice skating?
Pickleball courts.
Oh, pickleball.
And it's just lit up. I don't know.
Yeah, there are like tennis courts and pickleball courts right there, I think. That would be Columbus. And
Yeah.
they're on the left, yeah, in the Grand Park. Yeah, so no ice yet.
Flood that sucker. Flood that thing. Let's put ice in there. All right. So it doesn't get out of the teens or 20s during the afternoons. Let's just put up the boards. Let's flood it and let's play some hockey on that thing.
Yeah.
You need to suggest that, Greg.
I will. I'm doing it right now. Just
you know some people.
give ourselves to winter because it's not going
Not
anywhere.
officially winter though.
Oh, but it's feeling like it. 26 is our high temperature today. Our average high is around 40 degrees. I'm not even playing pickleball at 40 degrees, let alone 26 today. And we have so far almost 1.5 feet of snow on the season, and that's more than a foot more than we normally have. So we really have gotten off to quite the start to this winter, even though not officially on the books winter just yet. Now, as the satellite and radar view is shown here, you'll notice the clouds are approaching from the west, and as they do so, there's some snow not too far behind it. It's another clipper system that has looked, I'm being honest, less and less impressive as it has moved closer to us from the west coast. I've been tracking this thing since Friday, and there was a point where it looked like we were going to get 1 to 3 inches of additional snow across our northern counties. Now, as this thing actually gets here, I'm thinking much less in the way of snowfall. Probably around 1/2 inch to a full inch up off to the north. It would be 1 inch if it was really overperforming in northern Illinois. And then around Chicago and points off to the south, we're talking dusting to 1/2 inch at the very most. Most of us just going to come away with a dusting off of this, and everyone comes away again with less than 1 inch. So here's the latest snowcast. Again, around 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch up off to the north, around 1/4 to about 1/2 inch for Chicago, and then points south to the southern tip of Lake Michigan. 23 degrees. Never mind. Just updating now to 21 degrees as they dialed into the sensor and updated the data. It usually happens shortly before the top of the hour, so that is the freshest one, officially the 7 o'clock observation, and it feels like 12 degrees at this point. 24 will be our low temperature tonight out in St. Charles, about mid-20s for everyone else, but temperatures actually start going up during the overnight and into early tomorrow, and they continue for our Tuesday, getting all the way into the mid-30s during the afternoon. Now, there is a chance here, as we get this rainfall moving across the area, that some of us stay below the freezing mark long enough to get some freezing rain going from Chicago and points off to the north and west. It's not going to be very long-lived, but it will make for a short period during Tuesday evening, right around dinner time, the roads slick. So we got to keep our minds on that, although crews are definitely going to pre-treat the roads for this. As that rainfall arrives, you've got a pretty good lead time on it, and then it does change over to some snowfall as the system departs late on Tuesday, early Wednesday, with scattered snow showers, possibly even lasting into our Thursday forecast in the form of some lake effect. Now, beyond that, more chances for snowfall, more chances for really cold temperatures too. Look at these highs. High temperatures only in the teens to even tweens and single digits as we roll into early next week, and that'll be plenty cold enough for us to change this one system as mixing into better chances for snowfall moving forward, meaning we just keep on padding the lead on our snowfall so far, even though, again, we haven't officially started off winter astronomically yet. We are in winter for record-keeping purposes. That started in November.
Can confirm.
Santa's going to see a lot of snow in our area. And speaking of Santa, Dasher would have been a better name for this reindeer. Get it?
Nice. Yeah.
Meet Buddy. He recently ran away from a Christmas event in England. Police searched for hours, even using drones. What's up with that? Eventually, rescuers found him on a beach. He was looking for some warm weather stuff too, maybe. I don't know.
Santa would have like an air tag on these guys or something.
Right.
Where they were.
Look at that. It's like a thermal image of a deer. I never thought I would see that.
APB out for Buddy. Hey, Buddy.
All right. Golden Globe nominations are out. We'll look at who got the most, plus the new category being honored this year. And we've got some people
Right,
brave in the
waving.
cold outside. We're going to give them a wave too. Hi, you guys are brave.
Oh, there they go.
Golden Globe nominations are in, and there are some expected nods and a few surprises.
Yeah, ABC's Melissa Adon has more tonight from Los Angeles.
Best Television Series Drama.
A month away from the Golden Globes, and the nominees are in.
Best Motion Picture Drama, Frankenstein, Netflix.
The largest award show for TV and film kicking off awards season in Hollywood as actors Marlon Wayans and Sky P. Marshall announce the nominees.
You know what freedom is?
What?
No fear.
Go.
One battle after another tops the list with 9 nominations, but it's facing strong competition alongside other blockbusters.
You have the box office cinematic category with big blockbuster, Sinners, Weapons, like movies that people have seen, some smaller films with great acting in it. So it's really, it's an award show where it really crosses all boundaries.
Our hotel is the best in the world.
HBO's The White Lotus leading nominations for shows with adolescents and Only Murders in the Building behind it. The nominations come amidst the bidding war between Netflix and Paramount for Warner Brothers Discovery. Today, Paramount making a hostile bid offer for Warner Brothers, just days after the entertainment company reached a $72 billion deal with streaming giant Netflix. If approved, the deal would reshape Hollywood.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm very excited for this episode of Good Hang.
And now there are podcast awards. Roughly 115 million Americans consume them every week, and voices like Alex Cooper, Mel Robbins, and Amy Poehler are nominated. A major step for an industry some say deserves more respect. Neon and Warner Brothers Pictures leading nominations by movie distributors, and Netflix in the lead for the most nods by a TV podcast distributor. The Golden Globes are set for next month. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A new podcaster category.
Oh, I love it. How did they, based on followers, or how are they going to choose? Because this is the international media that chooses. So
I'm pretty sure Rogan did not get nominated, so it wouldn't be based on followers because he's got the 100 million. Yeah.
Popularity. All right. Well, this is international voters, so we'll
pretty
see.
Cool. We're back. We got NFL football. Yeah, it should be hockey.
Monday Night Football. Motivation Monday.